Hello, friends from the comic and manga world. My name is Hector,
And my name is G.
and we're here to talk to you about our picks for the April 15th FOC that is coming up. We work for Penguin Random House, obviously, as you can see the big logo on the screen, and we work for selling managed sales into the direct market around the world. So titles that we talk about in these videos are from the publishers that we represent to those markets. Also note that we're on social media. We are on Instagram, X, Twitter, Facebook, and also YouTube at PRH International Comics. But we'll leave a link in the description for you to also visit us. So come on and subscribe, follow us, comment, all that kind of like our videos, obviously too. And without further ado, let's get started with our picks for this week.
And first up is my pick, and this is right straight to the point.
Of
BL
course.
First Crush Anthology, 5 seconds before we fall in love. I was so drawn by this for obvious reasons. I love the cover. I love the
Yeah.
silent panic that's happening in front. Like, all you can see is the wide eyes. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
someone is touching my hair. Okay, so this one, like the title implies, it's the stories surrounding the first romance that is like the first love that sparks. And it could be on a soccer field, in an office, or a classroom, like you see here. So it's short stories, 29, by like very popular creators. So some of those creators are like from like BL Metamorphosis is one of them, Manly Appetites. I think I turned my childhood friend into a girl, Thigh High, Stay by My Side After the Rain. So those like really if you're a BL fan like myself, those titles are going to sound familiar to you. So those creators are also going to be featured here as well. So just wanted to point this out. It's really cute and romance anthology manga collection that could be yours, coming out in May.
Yes. Yes. Next
Oh, cover
up,
picks.
cover picks. Yeah, and the first one is mine is Amazing Spider-Man Blood Hunt #1. This is a Jose Maria Casanova's variant. Obviously, part of the Blood Hunt crossover event, huge crossover event that's happening all over this summer, all the titles. And of course, this is the #1 for the Spider-Man spin-off from that. And this cover by Jose Maria Casanovas with Spidey and Morbius just falling and fighting with bats all around. It is so cool. I love the choice of drawing the night more on a, dark, but it kind of, I don't know if it's a grayish or should I say a little bit brownish? No,
Like
grayish. A
sepia
tan?
tone.
Yeah, sepia. Thank you. That's the word I never probably used before. Thank you for that. Um, but it's very cool as all of Jose Maria Casanova's art before. Of course, Jose Maria is such a huge creator that's done so much work all over Marvel and some of the other publishers. And I do want to mention because Jose Maria Casanova did this has done a couple of series of covers throughout different books, like the same book, different, what I mean, connected and all that. And the last one, I think it was for Edge's Spider-Man of Spider-Verse. Uh, Not last year's, probably the year before. And it was such a cool one with like five different covers, and it was in this same style. I highly recommend you check out Jose Maria Casanova's art online, and obviously their books, because it's very beautiful like this one. And I love how all these Bloodhound books you're going to see, they're going to have that, sort of that, um, what do you call that? That logo on top, sort of the Bloodhound and the frame on top, but they still keep, sort of the action with Spidey's foot right on top of that logo, which is great. Very
Mhm.
cool. So excited about this and Blood Hunt.
All right, next up, Doom, issue number 1, Maria Wolf variant. This is a 1 and 25. We are big fans of Maria Wolf, and
Yes.
this very beautiful cover that she normally does. So this one, it's a one-shot written by Jonathan Hickman. It's a story that he's been meaning to do, and he's finally gonna get to do here. So this is Galactus trying to destroy the entire universe, and it's up to Doom, Dr. Doom, if you could see him listed here on the cover here, to stand up against him um, to save the Marvel universe in this one shot. So yeah, had to include this here. Like always, Maria Wolf does very detailed art, especially with her characters and even like the clothing, the way that it's intricately
Yeah.
designed is very beautifully done. So yeah,
Yes.
so that's my pick for this week.
Very cool. Next is another one of my picks, and this is What If? Venom number 4 by Nicoletta Baldari, variant 1 in 25. So beautiful and such a cool concept for what if, what if Loki and the symbiote Venom came together. There are some very amazing, very beautiful covers um, all throughout this title, um, and some other covers, I mean. But this one really is the one that won out for me. It's so many, the splash of colors, the I love that you can tell it's Venom because you can tell it's sort of a distorted version of Loki, but you can still see Loki. You can still see the horns, the design of the Venomized Loki here. It's very cool, and it's still very scary, but it's not as gruesome as some other ones. I love the flash of lights, the sort of stars and everything again, which ties you a lot to Loki and the character of Loki. Um, Also a big fan of Nicoletta Baldari, and as I'm sure a lot of you out there are. So definitely check out everything else that Nicoletta Baldari does. Yep, very cool.
And then coming out of Dark Horse, we have The Butcher's Boy. This is issue number 1. I chose cover A, but this is done artwork, Justin Greenwood here. So this one, I just love the rip to reveal
Yeah,
the gruesome teeth. And this one is about this back in time. There's this town that fell victim to this brutal crime, and it's like to the point where it's so far in the past that it became this like generational like folklore in a way that, oh, like that happened. It's like a ghost story in a
like an
certain
urban
way,
legend.
like an
Urban
urban
legend.
legend
Yeah.
about the butcher. And then every so often, the newer generation would talk about the butcher, who has like hundreds of years ago has done terrible crime, like murder meat in that way.
Yeah.
And it's like a clickbaity folklore that people talk about, and travelers who come to town like sort of mention in passing. So it's a question of, does the butcher still haunt the streets at night, looking for more meat, looking for murder? So this is a Lovecraftian horror story about this like mentally unstable serial killer and then six friends on a road trip to find out the truth about this. So really cool, really interesting story with a cool cover as well.
Yeah. I gotta mention the title on top. I love that the cleaver is like the there, and it has like slashes. We should probably do a
Flashes.
video of pics of title, comic book titles, because there are some. I love when they get really creative with them. This
It's
one's
not
one
only
of them.
just like straight slashes, it's
Yeah,
like you can see blood, like
yeah. So like
drips of
blood
blood
and
through
a
the
little bit like bits too.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's very cool. All right, the next one is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, source book number 3, cover A, and this is by Jody Nishijima. And if you haven't been picking these up, these are very cool source books that IDW's been doing, sort of showing the story and the characters of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles during the IDW years over the last 40 years. And it in this one in particular, I mean, the cover, it's amazing because you have four of fan favorite uh villains. Obviously Shredder is all the way in the back in front of the moon looking very badass, obviously, but you also have Baxter Stockman, and then you have Old Hub, which is probably the newest character in this, and then you also have Karai in the front. And the coloring on this is very beautiful too. The red highlights, but with the sort of black and gray sort of all over. It's very cool. And the sepia. Also, there's also sepia in this one. Now I'm going to use that word a lot. And I not only check out these books, but check out the covers that have been done for these books are very cool. So big fans of the Ninja Turtles. We really appreciate not just having the collections of sort of an encyclopedia of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles over the last 4 years, but also having some cool covers with different characters from the book, not just the turtles on the cover, which is great. Yes.
And then
And that's
we
it. And this,
always
yeah, go ahead. And some
the
news.
news here. This one we have Myths Address Unknown. We have cover art by Will Kirkby. This one is Dark Horse collaborating in partnership with Third Person and Critical Role. So this is actually a spinoff from the popular space western podcast called the same name, Mist. Even though it is a spinoff, it actually can be consumed by new readers and continuing readers as well, for fans to enjoy. And this will be coming out in August in single issues. So this is definitely for fans of Critical Role and Firefly. Just to give you a bit of a description, it's about this postal ship that crashes on a mysterious new inlet, like a new landmass, and that landmass sits between the bright Oon and the dark Fold, and adventure commences forward after that. So really cool title, really cool collaboration between all three, and yeah, looking forward to this.
Yes. Looks very cool. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. We love doing these. So go to our social media, and obviously on YouTube, on Instagram, X, and on Facebook. And you'll see a lot more content that we make. And let us know, what would you like to see? What other things, what titles are you thinking of picking up? Which other covers are you excited about for this FOC? Anything. If you want to tell us how your day is going too, yeah, you can tell us that too. So thank you so much. Like I said, we hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. Let's see you next week. Bye.
Bye, everyone.